What is going on, baseline gamers? It is Ben, and today I'm going to be going over the fun facts of every TREYARCH Zombies map. If you haven't already, leave a like, subscribe, all that cool nonsense. Behind that, gamers, let's get it. Our first fun fact is that Nocturne Toten, it is the first map ever introduced, zombies wise, but it also introduces our first wonder weapon, the ray gun. Rucked is a very interesting map, but the fun fact about this map, it actually introduces the first thing ever, perks. This is where we got them, this is where we had them. I mean, without this map, we wouldn't even have perks. Crazy to think, right? Shinunuma, on the other hand, it actually introduces dogs for the first time. It's a really cool fun fact, and not a lot of people think about it because, well, not a lot of people like this map. The fun fact about Doris as well, it introduces Pack-a-Punch. I mean, that's a pretty great thing, and it's around in every single map after this, not even including TREYARCH. It goes beyond that, and well, I mean, it's a staple and everybody loves this thing. I mean, it's great. Everybody started out on Kino, but the crazy thing is this was actually meant to be on World at War. The more you know. Pretty cool fun fact. I mean, I wouldn't be playing it if it was on World War. While every other Easter egg song in COD Zombies, just in general, not even just this, have always been rock songs, in the map 5, fun fact, it is only Eminem. For some reason, they just added him in this. I mean, it was at its peak in his career, I think, or something like that. But the more you know. I mean, you just activate all the telephones and bam, you get to listen to Eminem, which is really crazy to think considering it's only been rock music, but hey, the more you know. Fun fact about Ascension, it is the first ever Easter egg, and it is the continuous reason why we have Easter eggs. I mean, without Ascension, it might have been added later, but I mean, Ascension really what takes off, and Gersh is still around. Crazy to think. Call of the Dead's great, but the coolest thing about this map, indefinitely, is, well, they added a celebrity cast. I mean, this is one of the most coolest things they have ever done in Zombies, and unfortunately they took it out because of the operator system, but it is definitely a really nice thing because at this time, back then, Zombies movies and stuff were at its peak, and it was cool to see celebrities who acted in it. Now, I love Shangri-La as much as the next guy does, but the fact that this thing was slandered with it just being on Mars half the time, craziest thing in the world. Fun fact about Shangri-La. Fun fact about Moon. It was so widely just rumored that in Black Ops 1 there was a space dog on the map. So in Black Ops 3, when it was remastered with Chronicles, they actually introduced another dog and it was a staple. But fun fact about Moon in general is just there was such a big, wide understanding of a dog being on the moon. They spent months looking for it. Months. I love and hate trans at the same time, and most of you do, and the reason probably is because of the denizens in the fog. The only reason why they're actually in the map is to stop the player from seeing the unrendered textures within the map, because this was too expansive for the last gen systems, the PS3 and the Xbox 360, and if you didn't have them, you would see a bunch of random stuff. Die Rise is the one needed PhD flopper map, and fun fact, they actually added the map, but you can't get it. Why? With Jimmy Zelensky being kind of meh after a while, Jason Blundell was finally assigned to Mob of the Dead, and well, he directed it and created a beautiful piece which every other Ether map after this kind of follows after and is based around. Crazy fun fact. Fun fact about Barry, you know that big guy that you always give candy and alcohol? His name's Leroy, you know that guy? The crazy thing is, his name's actually not Leroy, it is Arthur. Syndicate back in the day just called him it and everybody rolled with it. Origins is known and loved, and the reason why is because, well, the fun fact of the buildable stabs. I mean, this is the first map where you could build 4 unique, very, very great wonder weapons that would carry you into the high rounds and were essential to the Easter egg. Shadows of Evil had an upgrade for the Apothecon Servant, and the fun fact about this one is it was taken out the week before released and added to Revelations, and everybody spent months looking for this upgrade. Fun fact about the Giant, it's the only map that actually requires monkey bombs to complete. Monkey bombs are helpful, but this is the one that you actually need them for. Do you like meleeing with insta-kill? Well, I got news for you. In Horizon Direct, it is the only map that actually adds a super melee upgrade, which is the Plunger, which you could use eventually upgrade it to one-hit kill panzers, which was essential in the boss fight. I don't know why, but just a Plunger. On Zetsubo no Shima, for some reason, the devs were like, hey, let's let the player turn into a spider. It's a really cool addition, and it's the only map that you can actually turn into the round alternative. And you can't turn into a dog or anything, but for some reason you're allowed to turn into a spider, which is actually pretty useful. The more you know. Fun fact about Gorokovi, it is the first map that actually allows you to upgrade monkey bombs, which gave it this little dubstep version and did actual more damage, which was really useful, especially on those high rounds, so you can get some free kills with it. It was really, really nice. Man, I love Japanese soldiers and how they have katanas, and so do you. The main thing about Revelations is, fun fact, after many years since Black Ops 1 Kino, many people have been making YouTube guides and all this nonsense on how to get his katana, but actually in this map, they actually allow it. If you do the super Easter egg and get the cutscene and all of that, you can go back in after and then go into Samantha's room and eventually grab his katana, which allowed you to get a one-hit melee kill all the way up to about round 80, I believe. Now, I hate Voyage Despair as much as the other fella does, but the main thing about this map, a fun fact, is that this was the map that was actually used to test the new Black Ops 4 perk system, and obviously they did, but they for some reason didn't pick the OG one. I don't know why. Fun fact about 9, and I guess the whole Greek mythology thing, the whole reason the whole perk system acts like that is because of these maps, and specifically 9 with the god statues honoring them with the perks. Fun fact about Dead of the Night, it is one of the most undermarketed campaign DLC from Activision. I mean, they literally marketed this thing with this trailer dropping a week after its actual release. The Chaos story was actually meant to continue with Ancient Evil, but a fun fact about it, it actually got scrapped in Black Ops 4 because the lack of inactivity within the involvement in these maps, you know, not people really doing anything, YouTube involvement, Twitch and all that, people weren't really interested, and it was supposed to have more maps, but it got eventually cut, hence why a sharp drop off. You know that really annoying step in Blood of the Dead? A fun fact about it, the birds actually represent the souls that were trapped in the island, but at the end of the Easter egg, you free them. The more you know. Fun fact about Classified, it is the only and ever map that will probably ever require you to actually get a high round in the triple digits, 150, so hats off to those guys who did it. Alpha Omega is the only round 100 you could actually complete with a knife only. Fun fact about it, it was done very quickly as well. In Nocturne Toten, they actually hinted at the fact that Shangri-La was actually on the moon. As you can tell, you see the Mars and a boat, and in the background you could hear the Shangri-La music playing slowly. Fun fact. A fun fact about D Machine, it is the only map that actually has ever gotten over the round past 500 and even going higher. After many years of rumors and clickbait thumbnails, TREYARCH actually introduced the AK, which is the ray gun rifle, which we all have been wanting for a long time. Fun fact. Fun fact about Nocturne Toten, it is the only map that actually allows you to upgrade AI, and actually they serve somewhat of a purpose. Forsaken is the only map that actually has a wonder weapon melee weapon that's upgradable, and you can turn it into a shooting weapon, whatever you want to call it. The more you know about it. Pretty cool fun fact. Lastly, Feng is the only map to launch without an Easter egg. That is it, gamers. If you haven't already, leave a like, subscribe, all the cool nonsense. This took a very long time, hence why I haven't been uploading. A lot of sort of management, I've been really busy. But hey, if you made it this far, you deserve a cookie, and I love you. But in that, gamers, I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a wonderful day. See ya!